Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is PJP and in this video I'm gonna do something a bit different from my channel. I'm kind of trying to start a series in which I'm gonna be reviewing or at least kind of sharing my thoughts of a movie that I just watched. And the first movie that I'm going to do that about is going to be Lights Out. You might have stumbled upon this little short on YouTube that has been around for many years, in which a woman, as she's going to bed, ends up flipping the switch of a light in the room, and when it's dark, she sees a silhouette. Then when she lights it up, there's nothing there. Well, the guy who created that actually got it to be made into a movie. And I gotta say, the movie is actually pretty good. Now, it's not a masterpiece, and it's not really super unique, but honestly, it's a surprisingly good movie. Especially considering it's taken from a pretty much perfect short. Like, with things like this, sometimes there's a problem where you just have to extend and stretch the whole thing, and sometimes that can be to a point where it just doesn't work as well. But I think they actually did it pretty well, and they expanded on the concept, had a few twists here and there. Even though personally I don't really like the backstory of the creature, and I'm gonna try to keep it as spoilery as I can, but it's not gonna be without spoilers, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna explain things, like I might say some things that happen, but I'm gonna try to do it in a way that you're kind of not going to remember it, so you can watch it yourself. But yeah, keep that in mind that it's not gonna be spoiler free. The movie opens with that creature from the short stumbling upon some kind of mannequin factory. I never really got what exactly that place was, and here we get a cameo for the actress from the short, which I think she's Finnish or Swedish, I don't know, I have no idea. And she pretty much does the same thing as in the short, but then she quickly leaves. Then the owner of the place, which is also a father of a kid that we're gonna meet 10 minutes from that point in the movie, I think he goes to leave the place. So we open up the movie with the actress from the short, actually, who cameos in this movie, stumbling upon this creature as she was turning the lights off. And she pretty much does the same thing as in the short, flipping the switch up and down, on and off, and she gets scared by the creature, calls her boss, and leaves. Then the boss, I think, also goes to leave, and he also sees the creature. And here I gotta say, because of the way the creature is presented, I actually thought of the idea, and mind you, this is gonna be a spoiler for at least what the creature is not. With the way the creature behaved, I thought it would have been a cooler idea if it was, I don't know, some kind of genuinely a creature. Not a demon or a ghost or anything else, just a creature, an unexplained creature. Because, if I gotta be honest, from the point where it's revealed what the creature is, it legitimately gets less scary. Because in the beginning, in that scene, it's terrifying. It's genuinely terrifying. I know, like, it's not horrifying, like, it doesn't really get under your skin, but it's this kind of sharp, terrifying feeling. I don't know how to explain it. It's not the under your skin kind of scary, but it's like the jump scare kind of scary. And yeah, there are a lot of jump scare in this movie, but they are not using it as a crutch, they're actually using it as a way to make the movie better, at least in my opinion. So if you hate jump scares, probably not gonna enjoy this movie. But yeah, I think a lot of the jump scares are good. There's maybe like one, honestly, that sticks out to me as really dumb and just there for the sake of having another jump scare. But most of them, yeah, most of them are really cool. But as I said, just from the point, literally the next scene after it's revealed what the creature is, it's not as terrifying. It appears not right after, but a little bit after it, and it just doesn't have as much of an impact. It's not as terrifying. Like, I was kind of more terrified of it when I didn't know what it is. And by the way, if you don't want to be spoiled about anything, don't watch any trailers, because they spoil some of the best bits of the movie. And I really want to tell you what my favorite scene is. And yes, it is in the trailer, but it's a really cool and creative scene, and I fucking love it. I honestly don't know what exactly I want to spoil for you, because it's a fucking good movie and there are a lot of things you don't expect. So I don't know what exactly I want to talk about. Maybe I should talk about the things I don't like. There's this kid character in this movie who is the brother of our main character. I think she's supposed to be the main character. And people praise him for his performance in the movie. And he's kind of fine. Like, he's not bad for sure. His delivery is not flat. I just think the things he was forced to say really didn't fit for a kid. It felt too philosophical in a way. Like, it was too unbelievable in my opinion. And some people have complained about the message of this movie, but I disagree with it. And maybe I can do one spoiler-filled review, but yeah, it's a fucking great movie. I don't know what else to say. I gotta admit, one thing though is that it's kind of surprising, for me at least, for a movie nowadays to actually have characters in a horror movie, not just bodies. I mean, there are still like 2 throwaway characters that show up for a second and just die, but for the most part it actually has characters and develops them, and there are a lot of surprising things which I'm not gonna spoil in this video. Overall, I think I'll rate this movie a 7.6 out of 10, because I really enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know whether I'm a huge fan of jump scares or not, but I really like the jump scares in this movie. And I love how a lot of the movie played with your fear of darkness. And me personally, even, I've had a trauma caused by The Ring. Maybe other people have too, but it really traumatized me. Like, the first time I watched The Ring was when I was like 8, and it fucking terrified me. And nowadays even I'm fucking terrified of whales. I'm 19 and I'm genuinely like, I don't like being around whales at all. It's just that terrifying to me. And I think it was sometime around 2011 or 2012 when I watched it again, and it actually remembered it, because when I watched it in 2008, I was scared of it, but I kind of forgot it. I had a trauma for a while and I forgot it, but then in around 2011 I watched it, and it scared the shit out of me. And for years, for literally like for the following 6 years, I was terrified of her. I couldn't sleep. I was terrified of sleeping alone. Like, I'm gonna go into this in some future video if enough people enjoy my reviews of horror movies, similarly to how some other YouTubers have gone into their horror movie traumas, like Mr. Gigi and Your Movie Sucks. And because of that, at least in the last 2 or 3 years, my fear has moved from being afraid of Samara more into just being afraid of seeing a silhouette in the dark. It's not like I'm even afraid of dying. I'm just afraid of seeing something in the dark. And yeah, this movie kind of played on this fear for me, so I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it's a really good movie. Jump scare fest, sure, but it was a good movie with enough substance, not too much, but it's enough. Still more than most modern horror movies. So if you want to watch a horror movie, this might be the one for you. And yeah, that was my spoiler-free-ish review of Lights Out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Check out the list in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, cause in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you do enjoy my videos or my stories, you can head over to Patreon or Subscribestar and pledge support over there. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can still help me out by liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!